Hey guys, StinaRose here, and welcome back to another episode from the Welsknight Patron Server. As you can see, we are here in Spawn Town, and I have put my castle back to rights. I tell you, this took an awful long time to transform the castle back from the pink that it was to the stone that it is. So that's finished now, and I'm gonna take a few minutes and head over to my island so that we can get to work over there. So I'll see you in a few. Well guys, we are back on... What in the world? We are back on Storybook Island, and apparently my castle in Spawn was not the only structure to be pranked. Oh boy. Wow. Netherrack and magma blocks. Well, I did need magma blocks. So now I have some. Wow. Okay, when I said that I needed to distress this house a little bit, this is not what I had in mind. Was there a chest over here? Yes, okay, so all my building materials are still here. All right, let me figure out who the culprit of this is and put this house back to rights. Okay guys, I'm back, and I have gotten a lot of work done between cuts. And then I had a visitor on my island. And anyway, I'll get to that in a moment. I did find out who was responsible for the little prank on my house. It was my neighbor dog, Dognut2000, and just taking advantage of the fact I was away for a few days. So we got that cleaned up, and I was able to work on the house a little bit, get it distressed like I wanted to, and I was just about ready to come back on and show you what happened. And then this happened. Yeah, YD came and visited my area, and as you can see, left me a little bit of a present. So let's go take a look and find out what YD has been up to. Yeah, TNT for days, folks. I have TNT for days. Oh, and if you noticed, I did manage while between clips to go and bring some animals back to the island, and I'll show you that in just a little bit. But first, let's go see what YD's done. Enter here. Oh, so now it's pink confetti cannon. I think we'll try not to make that go off, but if it does, oh wow. Should I ever need anything pink, I am set. Whoa. Concrete, wool, and stained glass. Wow. Okay. I'm going to get this cleaned up, and then I'll show you exactly what my house is supposed to look like. Just give me a few minutes. Hey guys, we're back, and as you can see, I have finished cleaning up the mess that YD left me with all of that TNT. And I've got Jack's house uncovered. So what do you think? I really enjoyed distressing this house and the roof. And thank you for the suggestion for using the cobwebs as smoke coming out of the chimney. I think it looks really cool. It was a great idea. Thanks for giving that idea to me in the comments. So I added some texture variation to the house. We've got white concrete powder, and the bone blocks. And I changed the orientation of some of the bone blocks to give it a little bit more of a messed up feel. And as you can see, we have new residents on our island. And they're enjoying having a house to be in. Just over that way, there's a village that I borrowed some villagers from, and my intention here is to create a villager farm, a breeder, and then a market hall as well. But that is a project that I'm going to have to study up on because I've never worked with villagers before. So I need to figure out what I'm doing and the best way to work with these guys, and I'm sure this is going to be an ongoing thing. I am not very technically minded as far as, well, I shouldn't say I'm not technically minded. I haven't done a lot with the technical aspects of Minecraft. If you noticed my last season, I know I didn't do videos on that season, but I did mention in the tour video with Wells that I do most things manually. So around here I've got a lot of manual farms, and I've not done a lot with automated farms, and so that's something that I'm going to try my hand at a little bit, but you're going to have to bear with me because I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of derpage, a lot of things that are going to happen that just are not going to be the best. But that's part of learning about the game, right? Apparently these guys really like the house, and so far these ones have migrated over here. We have an armorer. Over here we have a librarian. Okay, this guy, he's got flame, sweeping edge 3, but look at this. That is a lot of emeralds. So I'm not sure that we're going to be making much use of him in that regard. Here we have a toolsmith. Not really great trades. He's got an unbreaking 2 diamond pickaxe, so that's not too bad, I guess. I'd rather have something different, but that's okay. Anyway, we came back here to look at the house, not to talk. Hello, excuse me. Not to talk about the villagers. So as you can see, I've distressed the house. I've made the roof line not so even, and I really like it. I like the way that this has turned out. Now, one of my neighbors, Pine Leaf Needles, he comes through and uses my portal. Doesn't have one of his own yet, so was very glad to see that the house was put back to rights. I'm really glad it is too. Anyway, had a lot of fun putting this house back together. Now I have done just a tiny bit on the inside. I've got to decorate it further, but I've done a tiny bit. Used that magma block for in the fire. Nice little table area here. I'm not sure that I like the wool texture right next to the white concrete powder, so I may end up changing that out either for a wooden pressure plate or maybe even an iron one. I'm not sure. Probably wood though. And then here, because this is Jack's house, I had to include his magic beans. Now, if you remember me talking about this house earlier, this is going to be Jack and the Beanstalk. And out the back, well, excuse me, pardon me, right out the back here in this area, I'm planning on making a really big beanstalk that's reaching up into the clouds, which I have turned off right now. But it's going to be reaching way up there. I'm going to make some false clouds of my own and then build the giants. I don't know if it's going to be a full castle or if it's going to just be a big like manor house. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens when we get up there. But so it's going to be the beanstalk up into the clouds that I'm going to create with the giant's house up there. And that's the idea behind this build. I have managed to gather animals from off of other islands and bring them over here. So we now have sheep, we have pigs, we have chickens, and with the mushrooms. So we've got I think we have 3 sheep hanging around here. I let them wander free. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. I let them wander free since this is the only area that has grass, and I keep shearing them for wool. The other animals are penned over on the other side of the island, and we'll go take a look at that in just a moment. So the whole premise of this island is going to be, it's a storybook village, and there's going to be different builds from different stories throughout the island. Someone suggested Hansel and Gretel, and I think that's a really great idea, and I'm going to be incorporating that later. We'll have Jack and the Beanstalk and others. There's also going to be some other builds, just standard builds on the island as well. First, one of the ones that I'm going to have to do pretty early on is a storeroom, because guys, my storage room right now is awful. I can't find anything. I'm so disorganized and it's driving me crazy. So I need to figure out what I'm going to do for a storage room and get that built, because I've got random chests everywhere. I have, well, this is the chest that YD left me with all of the pink wool and pink concrete and pink stained glass. Here's the chest that has some, well, look at this, 9.5 stacks of TNT from that prank just a little bit ago. And then the netherrack prank, here's what was left from that. So I've got chests just scattered all over the top here, not to mention the ones that are down in my mine and in my AFK fishing room. And I mean, they're just everywhere, and it's really getting difficult to know where things are. So I think a storage room is going to be happening very soon. Probably that's going to be my next build before I even get started on the beanstalk, because honestly, right now, I don't even know where my gravel and my sand are. I know that I've gathered them, but I have no idea where I put them. So I need to get my storage situation figured out so that I can find things again. I've been going through here harvesting the sugar cane, the oak, trading with villagers. So we've got some bookshelves. I've just been trying to get some villager trades going on, and I've been harvesting my yeah, those things, they hurt you. Cactuses, yes, don't hug them, they hurt you. I need green dye. Can you imagine? I mean, if I'm going to build a beanstalk, I'm going to need green dye. So that I have the cactuses there for that. I've also been harvesting cocoa beans for brown dye as well. I'm sure that that's going to come in handy. And yes, I did manage to find a jungle. Couple thousand blocks that direction is a jungle. And I didn't spend a lot of time there because it's huge, and I was really afraid that I was going to get lost. But in the east is a jungle. I'm going to have to go back because I want some parrots. I think that would be a really cool thing. Because one of these days we're going to have to build up a pirate ship. Can't have a storybook island without a pirate ship. And a great big crocodile. Anyway, so I'm going to need some parrots, and it'd be nice to have some cats. As you can see, I have been, these plots, these 2x2 spots are where I've been growing my trees. The thing about mycelium is nothing grows on it. Nothing at all. And this stuff is cancerous. I think I've mentioned it before. It is so hard to get rid of. So I found out that if I put the 2x2 dirt in the pond, this little pond area, I'm able to do my trees without the mycelium messing it up, and so that's what I've been doing. You can see over in the distance my cow pens. Let me see if I can get up in the air, and we'll go take a look. Come on. All right, so down below we've got our cow pens. Why don't we take a look? Here's another instance where I have to have the farms away from the mycelium. If mycelium spreads to tilled ground, the plants that are on the tilled ground will just pop right off. So having the water between is very helpful. And you can't till mycelium. It's cancer. Basically, it's cancer dirt. That's what mycelium is. As you can see, we've got some chickens. Not very many. I'm still trying to work these guys up. A lot of mushrooms. Quite a few pigs. And the reason why is I've got some butchers here on the island that I brought over from that village. And so I'm using the pork, and I will be using the chicken to trade with the villager for diamonds so that I can trade with the other villagers. And right now my villagers are very, very happy, so I'm happy. But I need some more. And so that's going to be, like I said, another project. Automated farms. I need to work on an automated cactus farm, an automated sugarcane farm. Probably be good to do some kind of an automated meat farm, I guess you could call it, but I'm not really good at that type of thing, like I said. I'm more of a person who grabs a hold of the seeds, jumps up, and feeds them manually. Yep, that's how I normally do things. But I know that it's not the most efficient way of doing things. So we'll be working on that. Don't want to go too automated though, because I kind of enjoy the, you know, the work of breeding and things like that. But I also know that I don't want to spend my whole time harvesting sugarcane. So there's that. As you can see, we've got villagers scattered all over the place. One of these guys, I've got 3 librarians. And this is the one. Silk Touch for 7 emeralds. I like that. I like that a lot. You can stay. Now the rest of his trades are not that good. Well, okay. I don't know a lot about villager trading, but that's the best glass trade that I have here so far. We've got Bane of Arthropods, yeah, and then Punch 2. Now I've already got a good Punch 2 on my bow, so that's not really that necessary. I was kind of hoping to have a mending villager of my own, so that I didn't have to keep AFK fishing or buying mending books from the market. Right now at the market, I believe mending books are going for either 4 or 5 diamonds each. Okay, there's a really bad lighting glitch here. Yeah, I think I'll fix it. So this is how I fixed my last lighting glitch. Ba-bum. Lighting glitch gone. Doesn't Jack's house look fabulous from way over here? I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. I'm thinking that this area here might be good for my storage room, but I'm not sure about that. It's hard to, I don't have a good picture in my head of what the whole island is going to look like when it's finished. It's kind of what I did last season. I started with just ideas and it grew from there. So I'm not too worried about not having an overarching idea, but it is a little bit nerve-wracking to sit here and go, okay, I have to put a storage room somewhere, and wherever I put it could cause trouble later. So that's a thing that I've got to be thoughtful of. I know that I'm going to have a couple of different portals, and one of the portals, and I'm not sure if this is where the portal is going to stay, but it's where it is now. Might be good to move it somewhere else, but it can stay where it's at right now. Speaking of portals, why don't I take you back into town and show you a little bit of what's been going on in there. Things are growing up and changing, and I kind of want to show you what it's all about. So, shall we go? I think I better go grab some more food first. It's a long trek. Be right back. Guys, I found out where some of my villagers went. Oh, brother. What am I gonna do with you guys? Anyway, let's go to town. Isn't this amazing? OBS has been doing a really great job on the Nether Hub. Not finished yet, but wow. Love the cyan. It's just fantastic. Just fantastic. The Nether Hub is not the only big project going on here in the Nether. I think if we come down here, we can take a look at another big thing that's been going on. Right here. This is the Wells Way, the red line. Basically, this is a... Oh, hello, Pigman. This is going to be a rail track in the Nether. So not only will we have the tunnels up above, because right above this is the the Nether Hub, but we're also going to have rail lines underneath, and they're going to be going to, I guess, stations along the way, and we can actually get rails all the way to our own portals, which is really cool. I'm not sure how all of this is going to work out yet. Proteus, who I've mentioned before, he and I think Spy Master are the ones working on this design and getting this all figured out. So that's really, really cool. They've been working hard, and it's a really amazing project. I love sea lanterns. Oh, that's another thing. As I was exploring, trying to find places for to find sheep and things like that, I ended up this way. Yeah, I ended up finding out that I have ocean monuments all around my base. I mean, it's amazing. None of them are within the distance that I can use them and claim them as part of my own base, but they are everywhere. Oh, cool. I didn't notice that we have signs, road signs now in the market. That's really neat. Diamond Way and Emerald Drive. Very cool. We've got a concrete shop now. That's fantastic. I was here earlier today. Mending. What's this going to be? I was here earlier today because I wanted to buy some fireworks. Unfortunately, yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing. Perfect is all sold out. All sold out. Which is kind of sad. Concrete and terracotta. Oh, light gray, magenta, light blue, brown, white terracotta, yellow terracotta, regular terracotta. You know what? I think it would be a good idea to grab some terracotta. 1 diamond per stack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go, Ree. Have some diamonds. You can use that as, turn that into green terracotta and use it for the beanstalk. That would be good. This place is growing. I currently do not have a shop on the server. Truthfully, I've been spending most of my time cleaning up pranks recently, and I don't have time to really grind for a shop, which is kind of sad, because it would be a good way to make diamonds. And honestly, right now, I'm not even sure what I would sell. So you guys got ideas of things that I could sell, go ahead and leave your ideas in the comments below. I would really, really appreciate it, and I'd like to hear what you have to say. Let's take the Wells Way. Wells Way, let's see. Which way does it go? Down. We go down. Let's take the Wells Way back to spawn. Oh, it would be good to get a minecart first. Jump in, push the button, and let's go. I really like the idea of having the rail system here, allowing us to get to spawn, the market, and spawn town. It's really a nice feature. The guys who are doing the rail project in the overworld and in the nether are doing a great job. Thank you, I appreciate it. I don't know if they watch my videos or not, but that's okay. You guys at least are hearing me tell everybody that I appreciate it. Look at that ship. Oh, that's fantastic. Now, these, we're underground. I don't remember what I was going to say. It must not have been that important. Oh, that's cool. Very, very cool. Okay, and so this is going to be going the other direction. Fancy, fancy. And here we are back up in spawn. I love what they've done to this. This just looks really good. Great job, guys. Great job. Oh, and I didn't realize that they had an enchanting station here, too. Lapis, and that's a good idea. Very good idea. Give us a chance to enchant while we're waiting for our... Oh. Beds. Mismatched beds. One thing I love about the beds in 1.12 is that you can bounce on them. Bounce, bounce. Okay. Oh, I should show you this. we have another diorite birch tree. I don't think anything more needs to be said about that. Where am I? Still love that mushroom. Nice. Let's go see if anything's happened over by our castle. I sure hope we didn't get pranked over here again. I have spent hours and hours and hours recently cleaning up pranks, and not a lot of time to do much else, so far it looks so far so good. Check our mailbox. Nothing. That's okay. Well guys, I think that's it for me. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one.